Hello, today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite topics, journaling. So, I see a lot of people being very confused about what journaling is, and they're not using it correctly. They're not doing it correctly, they're not using it correctly. And what that actually means is that you're doing something that's not helpful, it's not adding to any it's not adding, it's just making you do another activity, and you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, and it's not making your trading any better. Okay, so let's unpack this. What are people getting wrong? So, what is journaling? Don't confuse journaling with your trade records or your trade logs. Okay, so there's two parts of trading. There's your execution, your behavior, and how you go about following your rules. And there's the actual rules, the strategy and your trading rules. Your your trade log is to record the trade. So you should be recording the asset, the date, the time, so that you can find your trade again. Your entry, your exit, and your stop loss. You should also record anything that you've checked that makes you go, yes, I can trade. So is there a direction check? Is there a break of structure has to happen? Is there a time, like it's got to happen after a certain time? Is it that you're waiting for the Asian highs or lows to be taken out? What are your trading rules? Write down your trading rules, like dung, 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 and those should form the columns of your trade log, like this. So now we know what a trade log is, and at the end of your trade log you can have a column that says, yes, I followed my rules, tick. Okay, now let's go back to journaling. Journaling is what you do before you trade. It's what you do during your trade if you need to pause your trading because you're not in focus, you're not just going through the motions. And it's what you do after your trade. And journaling is a free form. It's you either write it with pen, you can type it if you want. I actually like doing video journals where I'll just talk through, what I'm seeing on the chart if I feel like it, or how I'm feeling, or if I feel ready for trading, if I've got things on my mind, if I think I'm feeling too like this, too like that. It's an awareness, it's a record of what's going on with you. Part of it is to get an awareness what's happening, and at the end of your journaling you should be saying, yes, I'm in a good state to go and trade. And after your trades, you can say, yes, I felt really good trading. Like, how did it feel to trade? Are you ready to trade? How did it feel to trade? If during your trading you're feeling emotional, doubtful, you should have the awareness to pause your trading and go and journal. Write down, I've stopped trading. I felt like this happened, that happened. Okay. Journaling is a free form, get it out there. And the point is that you want to get all of that out there so that when you trade, all you're focusing on is your rules. You don't want to be trading, looking at rules, and then also writing, really feeling like this, this structure. Yes, I think I'll go for it. Or you're not trying to record a step by step, like how you're feeling about the trade. If you should just be, it should be data driven. It either is or isn't. There should be no like ad hoc analysis going. There's nothing else to record. I don't know what people are journaling, what I'm seeing. I mean, you don't need to journal that. You're checking things on your rules, right? Checklist. It's data driven. Trading is data driven, and isn't. Journaling is everything else. Okay, now how do you use the two together? As I've gone through before, we have a weekly review process. It's a system we use. At the end of the week, you're going to check through all your trades, and you're going to redo your trades as back testing. Did you get every trade correct? For the trades where you've made errors, you've either entered wrong, you've taken trades that aren't there, you've missed trades, any errors you make versus your back testing, because your back testing is a kind of it's what you've tested to say, yeah, this is how I want to trade. Now you should be able to in live trading trade as if you're back testing, right? So you want to, at the end of the week, see what differed, okay? And then for the dates where it differed, you go and reread your journal and you go, what was going on? And you look for patterns, okay? Did every day when I felt unclear, where I had to pause trading and write in my journal and then go back to trading, every time I wrote, I'm not sure if I should be trading, I don't feel good, I feel sick, I feel unsure, you look for these patterns. Every time you wrote that, you went and made mistakes, or just look for patterns, and this starts to inform your understanding of your behavior, okay? And that's the purpose of it. Now, how can you fast track this and do it in a bit more efficient way? You can do something like what I offer, which is coaching. And what I do as a coach is I observe what you're doing. I ask you for your trades. I see what you say. If you're like, I followed all my rules, I'll go and check some trades and be like, did you actually? Sometimes you can't see that you didn't follow your trades. You think you have, and then you haven't. I look at what you say. I look at the difference between what you say and what you do. I observe you, and I observe it in different ways. And sometimes I even come and watch you live trade. I'll just hop on a Zoom call and I just watch you for a bit to kind of find information that I can share with you, and it gives you an awareness of things that you've never realized before. And these are very powerful things that can make huge shifts in your understanding and therefore your awareness of it, and therefore your ability to identify it as a problem and solve it. And it's very powerful change that happens in this way. And that's why coaching is so powerful. But not everybody wants to do coaching. Not everyone is right for coaching. I can coach. Anybody can be coached. I can't necessarily coach everybody. I may not be the right coach for you. So I'm not trying to be like, you've got to come and do coaching with me. It's not like that at all. But it's that's the fast way to do it, is to have a coach come and tell you. It's a bit like sports people have coaches, or people that are trying to achieve something great have coaches, because that's what coaches do. They tell you things that you're not aware of, and it makes the cycle really fast, the cycle of progress really fast. But as traders, I need to now. So as an advanced trader, I still work with the mentor, and I do a lot of self-development constantly. But I am now in a position where I can self-monitor my trades. I do my weekly review. I can assess the difference between my trading, what I thought happened versus the reality. The data is telling me this. My journal is telling me this. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. There's an issue. There's an issue. There's an issue. You can start, leading yourself in that way. But when you're first starting out, you might not be used to this. So these are some tools you can use. But first of all, start using journaling in the correct way alongside a trade log and a weekly review process. And together this forms a system that week in and week out, you can start really analyzing and getting the right feedback to uncover what the real issues are and start improving them and making changes. And then you start following your rules better and you start trading better, and it's just up, 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 up. That's how it works.